It is Monday, September 28th, and I'm starting out in the garage. And in the background, you can hear music. This weekend, I set up my audio. I may have done this in another video, but I'm actually showing you my new setup. So on the left-hand side, I have 3 switches that I have not installed yet. And this is where 3 transformers would go and 2 or 3 more amplifiers. Each amplifier that's right here will power 4 speakers around the home. These are the transformers that supply the power, and these are the switches that supply power to the transformers. So, and then this is my Bluetooth receiver. Well, it's just Bluetooth, and what it does is takes the audio that I'm currently playing and distributes it into all the amps. So I've just recently, last night, I wrote the command, but I haven't actually implemented it a couple times, but it should be something like, where's Echo? Turn off the music everywhere. Echo, turn off music everywhere. That is the end of that. So now it's quiet. And if you notice on the left, we have gas and we have air. So I have air distribution in a number of places in the house. Well, in the garage and out really for outside. But anyway, I have an audio feed. This piece of pipe down below goes over to the mechanical room, and it also goes all the way over to the workshop. So I'm planning on taking an audio signal line and an antenna line, which I will split from this antenna as well. So when I'm in the workshop, I can actually bring this with me, and it will pick up the, well, I can walk around with this old iPhone and adjust any music that it would like. So anyway, a lot of changes, but you don't see the changes right here. I've got plumbing, electrical EV hookup. I've got air down at the bottom as well. I have water in here, which leads to the outside. Lots of switches. This is actually what today's project was. Today is the first time that we have not had power through this outlet here. Power plug used to go into that wall where this other hose is coming out. The hose actually comes from the workshop. That is my air distribution system. And I had to take it off because today we dug this out and I did the plumbing for the downspout that is at the old part of the house. And we've cleaned up this area in preparation for base rock. And where's the base rock come from? Here, big mountain of base rock, a couple feet tall. We'll get to that in a minute. And the other half of my day was spent getting ready for, you can see on the far side of the garage, there's a piece of pipe laying in the hole. That my downspout on the far side, up by that beam at the very top of the garage, has a downspout, and the water collection system will go underneath the driveway down through here. It will get, the other downspout is right here and gets channeled in to, and then here I have a water faucet and I have a drain. That is not trimmed for height yet, but the plumbing was really wonky. I had some really crazy angles in order to get up into this box the way that I needed to. So it took me a fair amount of time today to get it right. So now we can wet set this box and put in some sand to encapsulate this the drain pipe. And then on top of that, we put some drain rock. And then we'll be taking this base rock here, wet it, compact it, and get it in this footing, well, in this space, which will be a walkway sort of similar to the walkway that's over there, except we're going to be using this same type of stone. We'll use a stone side curb, and then the field that is stone down here, that is what the rest of our walkway is going to look like. Now, let me walk around to the far side real quick. And I don't think Henry is around right now. He wasn't real keen on some of the saw cuts that I made today. So these are the 4 different kinds of pipe that I had to use. Well, actually, I took the black pipe away already. So I still have my holes here that I have not cut. Since Henry is living up there anyway, I can't really finish. So Patty and I decided we want to put stone back here. So in order to put stone back here, we needed to excavate some base rock. So my concrete guys were out today and they knocked a lot of this out. They actually excavated this much material from here. I'm not going to stand on that because it's wet. And this area right here, they completely finished. They just wet it a little bit because it's dusty as can be. And then they've just started working on this area up to where they dropped this material off. This material is going to go on the backside. I've walked all the way around and I'm looking at the same area from the opposite side. Right here. That was the hole that I was talking about earlier. So, a lot of changes. Tomorrow, we need to get some steel. We're going to put some number 4 60 grade steel, 16-inch spacing, a grid, and it'll be 4 inches of concrete. And then I'll leave 2 inches below these grade beams for the actual stone installation. And is this zoomed in? Yep, this is as far out as I can zoom. That's just the sun. And we'll be doing the same material right here at least. This will be a walkway. I'm gonna back up just so we can see where we are. This is the back of the house. Actually, it's the temporary slider that we have. We have the big opening that eventually will be all glass. And when we walk out here, we have a choice. I'll stand in the back on this little pad. We have a choice of either walking back towards the truck or walking out this way towards the back, or of course walking right down into this piece that we are still working on what it's going to be. And that's where we are today.